Good afternoon, everybody. I'm here, the Resilient Father podcast, with my friend Mr. Z, my friend Mr. Jacques. Mr. Jacques, welcome back. Good to have you again.
Thank you. Always great to be here.
I'm here with a special guest today, Mr. Z, Mr. Zaragoza. That is Zaragoza. Was that spelled correctly?
You got it.
There you
First
go,
try.
man. That's a high school graduation right there. uh, so, Mr. Z is a good friend of mine, good coworker, actually. Um, we I convinced him to come on and get on the Resilient Father podcast with us, Mr. Jack as well. So we're gonna try to tag team this, do the best that we can. But Mr. Z, go ahead and share yourself a little bit. Tell us a little about yourself.
All right. Well, shoot. I'm the oldest of two siblings. I have a younger sister. We're 4 years apart. Uh, sh- Born and raised here locally in Bakersfield. Um, what else, man? I mean, shoot. Coworkers, you and I, and just here to hopefully share some and bring some awareness to what what you're out there to portray and dive into it. You know.
All right, for sure. Thank you for sharing that. Mr. Jack, you want to do another intro for those of you people that didn't get a check in last time?
I told him to go back and watch the other episodes. We need that. Now, Mr. Jacques, as he said, I'm the oldest of two other siblings, or yeah, two other siblings. I got two younger sisters. Born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, born in Atlanta, Georgia, raised kind of all over the world after a while, and now I'm here, back in Georgia for I don't know how long, enjoying life.
That's good. That's good. All right, let's get to it. Mr. Z, you are today's
So,
topic. You ready for it, sir? You ready
all
for it?
right, man. Let's do it. Let's jump in.
All
Hit
right.
it. Hit it first on. Let's go.
All right. Who do we got here, man? Who's this right here? Who's that stud right
Oh
there?
man,
Crazy hair.
crazy hair, crazy everything. Look at that picture, man. That's little Z there, huh? That's my mom, man. That's a young woman, young mother right there. They jeez, she had me when she was 16 years old. Believe it or not,
Oh,
you
damn.
know.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you're
young
very
mother,
young.
young mother,
You're really young.
and young father as well. He's about a year older, so he would have probably been around the age of 17.
You talking about this stud right here? Let me tell you a little bit about this stud. I actually
Mm-hmm.
had the privilege to work with him for about, I don't know, 6 or 7 years. Very short. I know he retired. But he's a good dude, man. Always had a positive attitude. Always had a good outlook, and he was a good partner for sure. Good coworker to be alongside.
Awesome, awesome.
How was your relationship with your dad growing up?
Growing up, man, it was really good. He's very old school, so to speak. Very stern, very straightforward. Things like discipline, having the respect and mannerisms, things like that. Just for me now, I just try to instill that in my children. The basics as far as respect, mannerisms, things like that. But as far as him as a father growing up, he was always hardworking. Like I said, they had me at a very young age, so he been busting his ass, working hard since he was 15, 16, all the way up until his retirement. He retired at 52. So
Yeah,
25 years. He earned it. He earned it. Definitely
yeah,
earned
for
it.
sure. I will say he always the way he worked, you would have thought he was a young buck. He just had a lot of energy. He was always willing to help out. Most people that get older. The older we get, the slower we get. But it seems like your dad never missed a step, man. He always had a lot of
Definitely.
energy, and that was always a plus in my book.
Definitely. Just going back to that, he was one that he wanted the best always for his children, but at the same time, put the fear of God into you. You know, get out
Okay.
of line. You get out of line, and you already knew what time it was. You know,
He got that
uh,
cinto or what?
man, there were thankfully very few times where I had to cross that line, but when I
Yeah.
did, I always knew what to expect. You know,
Hey, just
uh,
the crackle of the belt, huh? Remember that? They fold the belt in half. They do the crack.
no, it was yeah, it was that simple.
Oh shit. Well, bam. Oh
That's
shit.
that simple, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Man. You know what? I don't think we got the belt very much.
Yeah,
The belt wasn't used. Basically anything else besides the belt was fair game.
right.
Fucking if there's a lawnmower, that lawnmower's gonna get no,
Hey,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
we
But
hey, I can't say I was kidding. It's we
oh,
knew the
I know.
belt and whatever was close. And
Yeah.
yes, there are many times that shoe the switch was probably the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it was the worst when you got older and you had to go pick your own.
Yeah.
And
Hey, you
you
gotta pick
can't
your
get a
poison,
short
man.
one. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't get a short one because they'll go out and make you go out and get another one. You get
Yeah.
one too long, it's okay. That's gonna hurt you. So yeah,
You
I'd
know,
always take the belt anytime.
I learned that the heavier and the bigger the object was, the less it hurt. Because there's more wind resistant. It would slow down from the time that it comes back here to the time it goes forward. You know, there's some resistance in there because it's so heavy. It requires a lot of effort to swing.
right.
You ain't know my mom and her swing, buddy.
Oh, she
She
was
was hitting
strong.
home runs on my butt.
She was a Babe Ruth.
Yes.
Oh God.
Jeez.
All right, Mr. Z, I'll put you on the spot here.
Yeah, definitely go for it. Shoot it.
Tell us about your wife,
My wife. Oh wow.
because you know your wife is your rock right now. So tell us about her.
She. You know what? I'm gonna take it back. Right.
Oh
So
shit! All right.
believe it or not, my wife and I knew each other when we were pretty much at the age of those pictures you showed. Right. And our families knew each other. We were not related. Let's get that clear.
Oh, wasn't your third cousin?
No.
No.
uh,
Oh.
but we knew each other at a very young age, and our families knew each other very well. And just growing up, we knew of each other. Never really hung out, so to speak. But fast forward, this year we'll be 10 years married.
Okay.
She's everything. Even to this day, this month, as a matter of fact, I celebrated my 1 year of sobriety from alcohol. Thank you. Appreciate
Let's
Congratulations.
that.
get some
Yeah.
clap. Let's get some claps in the back for this fellow right here, man. That's good. That's awesome.
um, she's been a huge support in that regard. I always tell her without her, who knows what or where I would be, because it takes a very strong woman to be there for someone. I was drinking a lot on my days off, binging real heavily. It was just taking a toll on our marriage. It came to the point where it was pretty much you choose this, the booze, or you want your family. It was just that simple. I always knew I needed to quit. I never wanted to. So, but yeah, going back to her, she's an amazing woman, an amazing wife, an amazing mother, daughter. I mean, everything. She all around is just what keeps me going. Of course, along with my children and family, but she is my inspiration to this day, and I try to be, the same to her.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome.
I can't relate personally as far as like me using any, alcohol because I'm not a drinker, and I don't really have any vices, but my mom my biological mom, she was a drug addict, and the reasons why she used were only known to her. Obviously she passed away when I was 12 years old, but I know it wasn't easy, being with my dad, so that might have substituted some of that drug abuse. And also that I'm aware of, I'm one of seven. Three of my siblings have used drugs heavily, in the past, and alcohol as well. And everybody's different. Everybody has a different tolerance when it comes to coping with things.
Right.
So it's not one that's right or one that's wrong, or it's not one that's weaker or one that's stronger. It's just we're just different people. We're built different, and one's not better than the other. But I do appreciate you sharing that with me. Mr. Jack, you ever have any substance abuse that you feel comfortable sharing?
Um, I won't say I've had substance abuse, but yeah, I was a drinker. Drinking has wow. My family has a history with the bottle. So down
They
down to
got that henny or what?
man, it's been in my family. So Z, I can relate to some of
Yeah,
it. Not personally, so I can't say I abuse it. Actually, for
right,
me, many times I quit and I didn't drink anything. And it wasn't because I was addicted, is because I seen how it affected other people, and
right.
I didn't want to go down that road. I didn't want to
Yeah,
go down the road. So I lost my uncle. He was alcoholic. Man, anytime you seen him, he had a stereotypical red solo cup with something in there, and he basically ended up drinking himself to death. And then after that, I mean, because he's my uncle. I mean, he's to me, he was always a big guy, and when I finally seen him before he passed away, he was not the same person I always knew. And it's because he couldn't let go of the bottle. So I, going through that, I was like, I need to stay away from it. I don't want to make that a habit. Seeing what happened and seeing what happened to people in the military, they always drink and get in trouble.
yeah.
They, that kind of kept me away. And also growing up, my parents used to drink a lot, and they'd be beating up on people or each other, not people, each other. So as a kid growing up, I watched that. So I wanted to make sure that it didn't have me as a vice. So
Right.
many times I quit, let it go for no reason. I just did it. Now I'll drink, but I don't drink to socially. Every now and then I'll have, something, maybe go out to dinner. I'll have one drink, but that's kind of where I leave it.
That's good. Thank you for sharing. All right, Mr. Z.
Going back real quick to cut you
Yeah.
off. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just I want to reference that. So I started drinking at an early age of 14. I'm 37
Mm.
now,
Oh,
and it yeah, it's some years, right? 20 plus years. And there's there were times where I've quit, right? I've quit up to 6 months, 3 months here, 6 months here. And I've always resorted back to it, right? And this was just the last straw, you know. For me, there came a time where you just have to pull yourself together, and you you have to decide, you know, is enough enough? Are you completely done with it? For me, right? I just was done. What kind of father was I being? What kind of husband was I being? What was I showing my children? Right. I have a child in high school. I have my youngest is 8 years old. Like, what am I doing? Right. And just a combination of everything. So just to reference it real quick. Yeah, started drinking at 14.
man,
That's
I applaud you on that. That's
Thank you.
that's kind of what what I was gonna go back to you on was, essentially when you started drinking, how
Right.
long you've been drinking, um, and without you saying the reason why you drink, do you not have a backbone, or as far as like a backup plan? Like, hey, if I don't drink, or I either drink or I need something else to kind of fill that void or get you distracted. Have you at least found different ways that if you are having a bad day or whatever it may be, instead of you going back, you have kind of like a safety plan in place?
I mean, to this day, now it's obviously, different in the aspect of where I feel like I could open up even, to people and talk about it. Here we are today. Um, and the support has always been there. I just have never really opened my eyes to it, to internalize it and say that to myself, tell myself that, I do have people out there that have my best interests, but as far
Hmm.
as like having a backbone, I mean, there's other things that I could have done, but I just would have rather in the past just been like pick up a case of beer and just go deal with whatever it was. Maybe it was at work I had a bad day, and just go that route instead of maybe nowadays I'll go work out, or I'll go out back and listen to music or whatever it may be, things
Mhm.
like that. There's different things nowadays that I feel I could really turn to instead of just picking up some booze.
Yeah. Obviously, we're friends, so I see you post videos. I do want to ask you something. Were
Yeah.
you the jump rope champion 5 years straight in elementary? What's going on with your jump rope game, man? Because
Yeah.
I can't even do 5 jump ropes to save my life, but you be doing like 1,000 jump ropes back to back. What's your secret?
And it just, I don't know, man. It just, I that's for as weird as it may seem, I just picked it up. I don't even know where started, to be honest.
What
I never even jumped rope in elementary. Like, I just, I don't know. Maybe I probably watched a video of boxers just going.
uh
Like, damn, that looks cool. I want to do it.
what'd you say? I'm too dark to be a golf player. I'm too white to be a basketball player. Let me pick up jump roping.
Something, right? I mean, no, and it is another outlet for me. I mean, it's I'm just in the zone. I'm just, yeah. It's I love it.
All right, Mr. Jack, same thing with you. Obviously, we're friends, and I see you post videos, and I see you've been going about 4 or 5 weeks straight back to the gym.
Yeah,
How's that going?
man, it's been great. It's been great. The gym is, I think, like a lot of men, the gym is a great coping mechanism or stress reliever, as I think it is. It's man, it's awesome. If I can go to the gym, yeah, I seen some show, some meme. I can't even think about it. What do you do with your feelings? You bury them with weights,
Hmm.
bury them in
Oh yeah, yeah.
muscle.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not trying to say I'm burying my my feelings and muscles because I might be lacking a little bit here.
Yeah.
But it's a great stress reliever of going to the gym and just being able to put on some headphones, some good music, and then work it out and do what you got to do. So I've liked the gym. I used it. I started many years ago, and yeah, tried to stay dedicated into it. I've gotten out of it for a while and just getting back into it, and it's been great. But I have many, man. I have several coping mechanisms for relieving stress and trying to make sure that my head and my mind is good.
I'm gonna give you two coping mechanisms that I use on a daily basis: cookies and milk. I go to the
Even
gym. I go to the gym about 4 to 6 days a week, give or take, and then jujitsu as well. To get in shape. But honestly, I just work out. So I eat cookies and milk, cupcakes and milk, cake, any kind of sweet milk. Like you put it in front of me, I'm gonna eat it. Matter of fact, I had uh, I think 11 or 12 donuts in the last 2 days, and I got another dozen. I'm gonna start today. I got some Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yeah,
I'll probably tear up that whole dozen
at
tonight.
least at least you got the good ones. All I can tell you now is being a little bit ahead of you in the age category.
Yeah.
Um, it catches up, sir. I'm just saying it catches up.
I mean, I'll have to figure something out. I got a couple more years. I'm active enough, but Mr. Z,
yes, sir.
if you could give yourself your 14-year-old self some advice, what would you give it?
Man, little 14-year-old me.
When your buddy said, "Here, man, try this. You're gonna like it," or whoever told you.
You know what I'd say? I'd probably say, don't even try it. Don't. I mean, geez, I to be honest, I didn't even like it. It was just like a social thing at the time, and I thought I was cool. I was 14 years old, but over the years, it was just, the feeling it gave me, and being able to just um, drown myself away from the problems I was, dealing with at the time, depending on whatever it was. Uh, yeah, it just I don't it. Yeah, so,
Right. Do you struggle with depression currently or no? And if you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to ask. You don't have to respond.
no, that's a fair question. I feel that at times, there are times where I become depressed. But again, going back to my support system and my support network, I have that ability to pull myself out of that, and I'm able to. I feel like now, in something as simple as going to talk to my wife or picking up the phone and calling my mom or my dad or anyone, my sister, or even talking to my kids. Anyone, a friend. I feel like I'm open to that now. Maybe I wasn't 10 years ago.
Yeah. What about you, Mr. Jack? How you doing currently?
Struggle. I still struggle. I don't want to say it's a daily struggle, but it's an ebb and flow. Right now, I'm on the upward flow of it, but yeah, I've struggled with it and it's kept me down. But I'm on the uphill climb, and my goal is just um, not to go back down in the valley. And if I do, not to spend too much time down there, bring myself out of it.
For sure, for sure. Mr. Zaragoza, this is your time to let your mom know what you would like her to know. So go ahead and take this time, leave her a little message in this video.
Yes, sir. I just want to let her know that she is an amazing mother to this day. She did everything she could for myself and my younger sister, and I'm extremely grateful and thankful and blessed to have her as my mother. Uh, I just hope and pray that I continue to make her as proud as she tells me that I make her. There isn't a day that goes by that I don't think that she doesn't love me, because she always is in communication, whether it's a text, call, things like that. So I'm forever grateful for that. She's an extremely strong woman. She's been through a lot in her life, and I mean, I can't even express the amount of love I have for her. The words just, they don't do justice. She's a very, very strong woman, and I love her dearly.
That's awesome, man.
It's awesome,
Can't leave your dad out of it. What you got for your
Yeah,
dad?
well, that part, yeah.
What you got for Big Z?
man.
Same man. He made me the man I am today. Going back to those um, strict
Got a
rules
strict
and
program.
program, yeah, so to speak, right? Um, but I just want to tell him, you earned it, because him and I will talk about his retirement, and he always tells me that I can't believe it and it doesn't feel real, and I says, you earned it. You worked your ass off for so many years for my sister and I, and forever grateful for him. I'm thankful. I love him dearly. Um, Again, the words, they won't ever do justice to show the amount of love I have for both of my parents, and the things they've showed me growing up from the early age. As a child, even to this day, I'm still learning from them. They're still married to this day, and it's like, shit, I want to be like that. And they're
Yeah,
retired and living life.
for sure. That's awesome. Mr. Jack, if you could tell your mom something, what would you want her to know?
Oh man, I get to tell my mom all the time, but kind of like Z, man. Got a strong mom. Mom, thank you. You are my rock. I am glad that I have been blessed and God has given you to me. He knew what I needed before I got to this point. I will always need you. I love you, and thank you for always being there, Mom. I always appreciate what you do and taking care of me.
That's awesome, guys. Well, thank you guys for sharing that with me. But Mr.
Yes.
Z, before we end this stream, I got a little something for you.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Uh oh.
I got a little something for you, buddy. I'll uh I'll show it to you and I'll talk about it, but hopefully you get some laughs out of it.
All right.
And
Oh.
I know there has to be a story behind cheetah shirt. This cheetah, this leopard going on. What is the story
you've seen
behind
this
this?
picture before, right? Is he?
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Have you seen? Okay, have you seen this picture at work?
I may or may have not.
He is pleading the Fifth Amendment on this.
So let me tell you where this picture came from. So that day, I was going to jujitsu, and I normally go to the gym beforehand, and then I go to practice after. Well, I don't know if I was running late, but I normally change, and that day I decided to go ahead and put on my jujitsu rash guard, and I posted this picture with the caption, you know, and somebody screenshotted it from my social media, passed it to I don't know, me. We work in a big place, and there's a lot of employees where I work, and everybody was texting it to each other, and people were printing out pictures and posting it in the offices and stuff, and so everybody knew about it, but I didn't know about it. So people were, I guess, laughing at it. I mean, I think it's funny. I'm not embarrassed by it by any means. Obviously, I posted it, so that takes some big dick energy right there. But so the reason why I wanted to share this is because you know, for me, I don't take things personal. When
Yeah.
it comes to joking around, because I'm a big jokester, and luckily it's me that can joke and laugh at myself. You know, but not everybody can handle what I can handle. I think realize, especially like as like men, when you work in a male dominated space, like people don't realize that somebody else might not have taken it very, very lightly. You know, they might have been upset by it, and they might have been going through some personal stuff that was kind of like that kind of could have pushed them over the edge.
Right.
Especially when it comes to mental health. Luckily, I don't have that issue. I can laugh. I think it's funny. I posted it knowing people were gonna probably talk about it, so like I don't really care about that.
Well,
But I just thought it was funny, and luckily I had a good friend that hit me up, and they're like, "Hey, have you seen your picture?" I said, "No." Like, "Oh, they printed it out and they posted it in the office," and so I went to go check it out, and I asked about it, and everybody was lying and denying it, like, "Oh, what picture? What picture?" But it's like I already knew, man. The cat was out the bag, and it wasn't the first time that somebody had mentioned it to me. But anyways, we're gonna end the podcast with that little funny note, and thank you, Mr. Jacques, Mr. Z. Appreciate you guys taking
thank
time
you
out of your
guys.
day. And
Yes, sir.
if you guys ever need anything, obviously you guys have my number, and I'm always there for anybody that wants to talk. And it's not easy. I struggle with mental health issues and depression and all that stuff, and I've been at the bottom for a long time. But for the most part, I manage pretty well,
All
and
right.
it's just something that I've been very good at. And even if I'm having a bad day, guess what? I'm good at hiding it, so nobody's nobody's ever gonna know, and I'll just go about my day, and it's just a temporary thing. But anyways, well, you guys have a good night, Mr. Z, Mr. Zach. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you everybody for watching the Resilient Father podcast. Stay tuned for the next episode.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
Thank you. All right.
All
Thank
right,
you guys.